born in California and raised in Hearn, Texas.
How long have you been boxing?
About 8 years. On and off, just kind of get into stuff. Doing Golden Gloves every year. Losing, taking a year off, getting back to it. Love of boxing is it's not fun, but once you actually start learning how to box, like it just you get into this mode where you don't want to stop. I had to.
What is boxing for you?
Boxing is it's a motivation. It's a life lessons. It has up and down. Teach you how to keep your head up. When stuff gets hard. Just keep pushing.
What's your motivation? And when did you begin boxing?
My motivation at first was for fitness. I wasn't a big boxer. I was a musclehead. I used to lift a lot of weights, and then I actually got into a gym in South Austin when I first moved into Austin, and he taught me my 1-2s. I was like 20, 23, 24. My first 1-2. The late Art Cardenas, he used to own Fit Pit down on Old Torf. And from there, he told me, hey, you got something if you keep pushing, keep learning, keep sharpening up your tools. And ever since then, I just been trying to build, just keep building from there. It's been a hard time because you're the art of boxing is not just just going in there and cracking. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to do. My first 3 years, I was just going in there to crack. I'm trying to knock somebody's head off. I'm trying to muscle through it. But boxing is it's not it has finesse to it. And it took me years to find that out. It took me years.
What are your expectations about this upcoming fight?
And I just want to showcase what I've learned and where I want to go. It's kind of like redemption because my first fight was survival. You know what I'm saying? I went into survival mode and I have natural skill, but I want to showcase what I actually have, And a lot of things that I did in that fight they were just, they were okay. You know what I'm saying? I did good. I took I took direction from my coach, but I know I have more in the tank. I got more in the toolbox, and I want to showcase a little bit more. And get more out of it. I want to take more out of these fights. Out of that, I just wanted to fight. I didn't care about with the record and what happens when what happens when it comes from losing and winning. I just wanted to fight. Win, lose, draw. I just wanted to just let my hands go. I've been wanting to do a pro fight for about 5 years after I got into boxing. But I just it's no rush. It really isn't. Just take your time and be ready. And that was my main goal. And once I got in there, it's like a moment of clarity. So I was kind of just soaking in the moment. But I think from here on out, it's more or less just trying to be great.
What does your family think about you as a professional boxer?
Man, they think I'm out of my mind. They know I'm a smart guy. I could do a million other things, but the love of boxing makes you make choices, sacrifices that they don't think is lucrative for you. But I know what I want, you know what I'm saying? So they understand what I love and they know I love boxing, so that's what I want to do.
support you during these past years, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's, if you don't have the supportive family, it's hard. You know, your mind has to be right. If you got, you know, all these distractions and, you know, people in the back of your ear telling you, hey, you know, constantly, you know, you got to touch base with your family and tell them, like, this is what I love. You know, I go here every day just for this moment, you know what I'm saying? And if they're real family and they support you, like, they're gonna be there for you, and they've always been there since that point. Like, at first it was a big tug of war with my mom, like, just constantly telling me, like, boy, what's wrong with you? But like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, she has to just let me do me.
What was her first impression about when you told her that you were going to fight as professional?
She just asked me, is there anything better to do with my time? She really didn't think it was smart. Didn't think it was a smart move. You know, she loved me, so I'd rather her speak her mind on it, but she thought it was reckless. She thought I was being young and reckless. And then she saw me in my first competition, my first amateur competition, and, you know, I'm already, you know, in my 20s, so at that time, you know, a lot of those, you know, boxers are already hitting their pro, you know, beginning of their pro careers. And, you know, she just told me, if you really want to do this, you got to bite down. And, you know, you got to fight, you got to be gritty. You just can't be being nice in there. They want to take your head off, and I don't want to see you getting hurt. That was her last thing she said on it before, you know, I got, you know what I'm saying, got to it. Start putting my mind to it, start training, and it's been boxing ever since. She hasn't really said anything other than that. She just lets me, you know, just tells me, hey, be safe. That's all she can say. Cause, you know, that's, you know, once you already make your mind up, there's no, you know, there's nothing you can do. You can't change my mind from that point.
Do you have other responsibilities besides like boxing? Are you like married, have kids, or?
Yeah, I got a fam. I got a wife. Got 2 kids. And, you know, a lot of the things that I do in boxing is it affects the fam. You know, the beginnings of boxing suck. It really does. You know, especially coming in in an older age, like. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of the fam. You gotta support. You gotta be able to contribute. You know, and they need to see, you know, what a functioning family should be like. You know, a husband should be able to, you know, contribute, if not more, just as much as the mom or, you know, the mother. And it sucks because, you know, the beginning I was struggling. I had to drop everything and go. My first fight, I wanted to be right. I quit all my jobs. I was working about 2 jobs at the time. You know, on like a couple of side gigs. So, you know, it evened out to about 3 or 4 jobs. And I just told my wife, I was like, look, I want to box, and I need the time to sharpen my tools so that I don't get hurt in there. You know, she loved me enough to, you know, let me step back. We went into a little bit of our savings, and I got to it. Once I got into momentum, you know, I got back to working, but, you know, it sucked for her, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the weight came down where we were going into stuff that, you know, that adults get into, you know, finances and all that. So, other than that, you know, she loves me, so she just kind of let it be. You know, my kids, you know, they don't understand the severity of boxing. Boxing can be, you know, it can be dangerous. They just think it's, you know, a little pow in the face, and that's it. But, you know, if I don't go in there and protect myself and get in, get out, you know, I could really, like.
What would you say to someone that is trying to get into professional boxing?
I'd say consistency. is main key. You stay consistent, whether it be a slow consistency, a high rate of consistency. Like, you have to stay trying to learn. Don't stay stagnant, stay in the same place, and I got get good athleticism and I can do this and that, and just leave it at that. You know, if you stay consistent, you stay, taking direction from somebody that's trying to help you, you're always going to do good. Like, whether it be small, big, like, stay consistent, taking everything you can. I've gone through a lot of gyms, and I've learned that every time I stop, I lose a little portion of what I learned. If I would have just stayed in the gym, I would have been a whole lot better off than where I am now. A whole lot faster. I didn't want to listen to nobody. I just wanted to go in there and do what I wanted to do. If I would have stayed consistent, stay with a coach, sharpen the tools with what they were trying to tell me, that's where, a main key of a boxer, like, they have to take direction. You don't go to school and learn how to do math on your own. Like, they teach you. It's the same thing as boxing. They teach you to build. Listen to your coach.
Are you excited about this coming fight?
Yeah, man, I'm
You feel ready?
I'm ready. I trained hard after my loss. I took a little break because it started to get a little strenuous, and I got so driven because I wanted to get back in there. And the thing about once you go pro is your momentum it depends on you. It depends on you. Like, you have to be on yourself. You have to be hard on yourself as harder on yourself than anybody else. And you can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't sit here and say, make excuses. Like, you just gotta go hard. And that's what I've been doing ever since, my first fight. Like, just pushing past my limits, busting through walls that I thought I couldn't bust through. And that's what I'm trying to show on this next fight, is that, I'm going to keep excelling. I'm going to keep learning, and then the game can mold.
What are you doing different regarding this fight and your last fight?
Big thing is diet. My diet. Like, I've never had to actually diet. Amateur career, all I did was run. I had my metabolism behind me, and I was good. But diet is a big key that I changed. Like, I've done a lot of fruits. I've dropped a lot of candy. When I'm a big like sweet tooth type of person. Like, I eat a lot of sweets, so I just crack down on my diet. Push a lot harder in the gym. Because what you put in the gym, my coach just tells me, what you put in the gym is what you put in the bank. You can't pull out money out of a bank without putting it in. I try and put in as much as I can. If it's not 2-3 days a week, 2-3 days, 2-3 times a week, where I'm just pushing past my limits, trying to kill myself every day. So by the time I get in the gym or get into the ring, like, it's nothing else that can possibly break me that I haven't done to myself.
What are, like, the things that you don't like about boxing? That you don't like doing it?
Boxing has its background of politics that I didn't understand until my first fight. The money has to come from somewhere, and me personally, I don't like people playing with my money, so I understand, what I'm saying? Like, when you have money on the line, you do what it is that you have to do to keep it in pocket. So the thing about it is not about the better boxers, it's about who's backing who has the money behind who. It's not about the boxers just getting their recognition. Like, you have to like really go hard. Like, you gotta prove something every fight, which you should, but it makes it harder because a lot of times it's not about boxing anymore. It's about the money. It's about the money most of the time, and that's what I don't like about boxing. But then again, a lot, people don't just get in here and get punched in the face for no reason. Like, the money plays a big part. So I can't get mad. I just gotta, I had to understand, like, stop being naive and get to it. Every person in the ring is a potential paycheck for the next fight. So I had to treat it just like that. They're in the way of getting a bigger paycheck than the one I'm getting right now.
What's your last message to your fans?
Man, just keep believing in me. Just keep believing and showing love, because a lot of times, like, I don't get to show the love right now because I'm such in a big bind of trying to build. But the love is recognized, and I hope it will pay off. Staying true to what you really like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you believe in me, like, show it, and I'll make sure that I don't disappoint. That's